Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I am the Scent Maven. This is my channel, Shopping and Scents. Today I have a very special guest. This is Malcolm. So Malcolm is here because we're doing a life vlog about him. How you feel about that, Malcolm? Okay, so Malcolm is my best friend, my best non-human friend. We've been together on our journey since he was a little peanut, and now he's a wrinkled man, little man. He is so interested in what I'm saying. So the reason that I'm showing you Malcolm, telling you he's 8 years old, is because I've been getting emails from Petco telling me that I need to take special care of Malcolm because he's in his golden years. I don't know how long pugs live. I think 13, 15 years, whatever it is. He's only 8. He's middle age. He's not entering his golden years. Are you entering your golden years? How do you feel about that? He does have a little white hair here, a little gray hair like we all do. Right? And they kept telling me, oh, Malcolm is in his golden years. I don't want to hear that. My Malcolm is going to live forever. Right, Malcolm? We're best friends forever. 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 Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Okay. The other reason that I wanted to talk to you guys is because Malcolm was accused of false duties. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. I'm leaving for work in the morning, and this actually made me late for work. I was leaving for work in the morning, and I see a note on my door, on my outside door, saying, clean up after your dog. And there was dog poop in front of my door. So the note was not signed. So I know it wasn't my neighbor downstairs because she usually writes in script, and when she prints, she always, any way she writes me a note, my neighbor downstairs always signs her name. This was unsigned. I have a pretty good idea who put the note there, but I'm not going to say. So the note was unsigned, and it said, clean up after your dog, and there was duty by my door. So I'm thinking to myself, did Malcolm poop before? Like, did I turn around to open the door and Malcolm pooped before I let him in the apartment? And then I was like, no, because if you've had a dog for 8 years, you know what his duties look like. This did not look like Malcolm duties. And then when I was telling my friend about it, she said to me, no, that person picked up that dog poop from wherever it was, and in anger threw it at your door because it was, or by your door, because it was like scattered all around. It wasn't, So the person put a note on my door saying, clean up after your dog, and then threw some unknown dog's duty in front of my door. Like a note, an unsigned note, like to shame me. Okay, so let me tell you. I always pick up after Malcolm. Always. And he spends most of his time with my mom. So I have a pet peeve about people, dog owners who are disrespectful and don't pick up after their dog. And I am not that person. I can't, what is worse? Well, there's plenty of things worse, but pretty bad is getting out of your car and stepping in a big pile of duty, which I've done before, and it's not Malcolm's duty. So I cannot stand when other dog owners don't pick up their dog's waste and dispose of it properly. Because I, and all of you, I'm sure, have stepped in dog poop before and thought how inconsiderate this person is, right? That they left their dog's duty outside. So I was highly offended that this person is telling me, a good dog owner, that I did not pick up after Malcolm. That's not true. Right, Malcolm? They accused you of false duties in your golden years. So I was pretty angry. and I was going to confront the person that I thought did it. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to get into an argument this early in the morning. So what I did was I took you know what, Malcolm, you can go over there. Squashing me. Anyway, Malcolm is getting large and in charge in his senior years. I took the note off the door, and he's coughing up a hairball. I took the note off the door. Stop coughing up a hairball on my video. Anyway, so I took the note off the door and I wrote on it, I always clean up after my dog. I clean up after my dog, and I am, more than anybody in this neighborhood. If I wrote, who wrote this? And I didn't write, I wrote this. I said, so this is what I wrote. I always clean up after my dog. I clean up after my dog more than most people in this neighborhood. Who wrote this? If you have a problem, here's my phone number. Call me. And I put the note back because I know that the busybody that put the note there was going to come back to check to see if I had taken the note, if I had seen it. And that they would see that there had been writing on it. Nobody called me. Nobody called me. And let me tell you something. I had to pick up that other dog's doo-doos that were in front of my door. I was so pissed because it's unpleasant enough picking up my own dog's crap that I got to go pick up some other dog's crap that they accuse my dog of doing and they put it in front of my door. Okay, who does that? I got so angry, I called my landlord, and I never call her to bother her with anything. And I told her, she's like, that's terrible. I said, you know me a long time. I've, pretty, not long, but about 3 years. And have you ever in all that time had one single complaint about my dog? No, because he's basically never here. He spends all his time with my mom. I drop him off in the morning before I go to work. I pick him up after work, which is late at night. And the only real walking he does in the neighborhood over here, sometimes I walk him by my mom's house. I usually walk him by my mom's house. But because it's a more scenic walk and there's more things for him to smell and look at and pee on and stuff. But the only real walking he does over here is from the car to the apartment and from the apartment to the car. So he doesn't do much walking over here. I give him a more scenic walk by my mom's house. There's lots of grassy areas and plants and, and I always pick up his duties. So I told my landlord, and she's like, that's terrible. What kind of, I don't know. What's the word? What kind of horrible person goes and tries to publicly shame you by sticking a note to your door? And if that isn't bad enough, throw dog crap in front of your door, So I told her, I said, the only time that Malcolm's duty could have been anywhere that it wasn't supposed to be is if I was getting the mail out of my mailbox and I had my back turned and I was reading the mail and he pooped and I didn't see it because there's a tree in front of my house with like a little grassy area. So it's possible that he could have pooped while I wasn't looking, or that I was talking to someone or something, which I haven't done recently, but I have checked my mail. So it is possible, but this did not look like his doo-doos. But that, you see me looking at my mail, right? You see me looking at my mail, clearly not looking at the dog. Okay, that's my fault. But I mean, Malcolm is not a rowdy dog. He doesn't like go and attack people. He just, sits there and kind of sniffs around while I go look at the mail. So if I take my eyes off of him for a second just to read my mail, just to read which is my mail, then it's obviously an accident and it's not done on purpose, And then what you should do in that kind of a case is approach me and say, hey, I noticed the other day when you were checking your mail that your dog pooped by the tree and you didn't pick it up. And if that was the case, right, I would have said to the person, oh, I'm really sorry. I was distracted reading my mail. It won't happen again. And I would have picked it up and put it in the garbage can. Okay? They didn't need to do what they did. And if they really had the thing is, if you really, that person is, how else can I put this? That person has no balls, right? No balls. Because they don't sign the note. And then I say to them, you really have a problem? Call me and tell me what your problem is. Call me and tell me. But they never called. Okay, so you have the, you're sneaky and you go and put a note and you throw dog poop around, but you don't have the balls to stand behind your actions or your statements, right? Be a good neighbor. Be a good neighbor. I've been here 3 years, okay? And the dog has been here 3 years. And never before have I gotten a note like this on my door. So if it's the person that I think it is, they know that I've been here for 3 years with the dog for 3 years, and all of a sudden they think out of nowhere I'm going to stop cleaning up after my dog for just no apparent reason. This person just was in a PMS bitchy mode, and she or he, doesn't matter, I'm not going to say he or she, was in a bitchy mode, and I need to wear my shirt outside. They need, check it thyself, lest ye wrecketh thyself, okay? Because let them come and tell me that I don't clean up after my dog. That is, just gets me so angry, because like I said, I hate when other people don't clean up after their dog, and I certainly am not that person. So, Malcolm and I are highly offended that we were accused of false duties. And Malcolm is not in his golden years. He is in the prime of his wrinkled life because he lives the pug life. And that's all for this video. So remember to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Shopping and Sense, and I will see you all in a future video. But until then, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.